Hi there, my name is Dawn Devine and welcome to my studio. Today I'm going to be doing a dress rehearsal of this makeup look. I'm going to be traveling to the United Kingdom. I'm going to be attending 2 belly dance festivals. I'll be at Celebrating Dance in Torquay, hosted by Afra, where I will be presenting the embellished bra workshop. And at the Isle of Wight White Wiggle Fest, I will be presenting that workshop and a few dance workshops on cane and slinky walks. The other reason why I'm here today is because my latest book, Becoming a Belly Dancer from Student to Stage, which I worked on with 3 other authors, has finally finished. This is the book, and as you can see, it is large, it is filled with pictures, and it is a 2-year-long labor of love, and I'm very pleased that it's done. We are running a Kickstarter campaign to raise the final funds we need. This is a 402-page stagecraft handbook about how to be a belly dancer. Not necessarily how to dance, but how to put on your makeup, how to buy your costume, how to prepare your music, how to pick venues, how to pick teachers and practice, and all the things that you need to do to be a belly dancer. To make that next step, whether it's from a student to performer, from performer to instructor, from student to professional, all of those stages in your dance career are covered in this book. How to handle them, strategies, tips, techniques from 4 very different perspectives. So you really get not just one person's, tried and true. You get a group of us coming together and sharing our knowledge. I love this book. I'm so proud to be affiliated with this book and to say that I worked on this with Sarah Shrapnel, Poppy Maya, and my buddy Alicia Westerfeld. And you can get a copy of this giant textbook size book for $35, which is going to be maybe $10 less than the MSRP. We don't know yet how much the book is going to cost when it finally appears on Amazon. We're offering it for $35, and it'll be signed by all 4 authors. This is a rare thing because we're almost never in the same room, much less the same state or the same country at the same time. Check out the Kickstarter link below and watch the video. Consider whether it's something that you're interested in. You'll get a better price, you'll get it signed, and you will help us realize our dream of making this a real book. Now, I'm going to these workshops, and I want to make sure that I only pack what I absolutely need to make one makeup look. I'm going to step by step put on makeup, and as I do my makeup, I'm going to put the item into my makeup kit. So by the end of this video, I'll know exactly what I need to take. I like to check my makeup in my luggage and carry on my suit, which is quite expensive and difficult to replace. So when I travel, I always use my most affordable, my easiest to replace product. So without further ado, let me show you how I achieve some of the things that I take with me when I travel in my luggage, and some of it travels with me. A plastic bag of doom. And because I'm going to be on a trip for many days, I need both performance makeup and everyday makeup. So I have a sample tube of L'Oreal Miracle. My next step is to use concealer. I like to do my color correction in my concealer before I put on my foundation. I'm very old school that way. What this is a concealer wheel. This particular one is from BH Cosmetics. This is only $5, or at least that's what I paid. My foundation for this trip is going to be this Milani Conceal and Perfect. From stage, this looks particularly nice, and it's under $10. So if this gets lost, broken, stolen, whatever happens to my luggage, this is easy to replace and fairly affordable. I'm going to next add blush. Now I'm using up a discontinued Master Glaze stick blush, creamy stick blush from Maybelline. This is dark. I recommend going a little bit darker than you normally would because the stage lights will burn through a very pale color. Isn't that lovely? And from there I blend it. This is a teeny tiny sample or deluxe sample size of the Watts Up highlighter. And what I particularly like about this product is that on my older skin, It's not wrinkle enhancing, and it doesn't enhance the texture of my skin too much, which is no longer ideal. So I really like the result of Benefits What's Up. I use an eye brightener. There are many of these on the market. I have like 4 or 5 of them in my collection, but when I travel I pull out the most affordable one, and this is a Neutrogena. At this point I have all my complexion products on, all the creamy things that make my skin look as optimal as possible. During July, I tried a bunch of affordable drugstore products, and I absolutely fell in love with this e.l.f. illuminating palette. Pressed powders have a tendency to crack and break. I don't know if I have a magic skill, but they don't hold up very well. This actually provides all of the powder products I need for this trip. One brush, one palette with 4 colors. This brush is from the BS Mall. For those of you who saw some of my July makeup challenge videos, I bought a set of brushes from the BS Mall on Amazon.com, and this particular brush with this angle is very soft, and it turned out to be the big winner for me from that set. The most difficult part of packing for a trip is choosing what colors you're going to take. I like to keep it simple and take one color with me. Instead of 4, count it, 4 high maintenance eyebrow products, I'm only going to take 2. I'm going to take a very, very affordable pencil. You can see this one's been around the block a bit. This is from Wet n Wild. And it comes with a little spoolie on the end. So groom first, pencil in. And there you go. Okay, so my eyebrow skills are probably not as fine and precise as some others, but I really like that sort of wild, dark look. Now, my eyebrows are naturally dark. I like to step it down 1 shade darker, especially for stage. And I always use a pencil because light will reflect through your eyebrows and bounce back. So your eyebrows, as dark as your hair may be, never completely obscure your skin. And so laying down a nice base of pencil really helps. So my dark eyebrows just went 2 shades darker and quite a bit longer. Over the top of that, because my wild eyebrows will have a tendency to move around a lot, I use a stabilizing, is that the right word? I use a brow mascara to keep them in place. This is the L'Oreal Brow Stylist Plumper, and it comes with a little spoolie. Both from the drugstore, affordable, compact. Once my eyebrows are in place, I work my way down to my eyes using the LA Girls Pro Primer in white and black as my cream base. My next step is to set these creamy products on my eyes with black and white eyeshadows, and I'm using this Tunnel Vision by Wet n Wild. And I don't want to take along a huge set of brushes. I have pulled this double-ended e.l.f. brush. This came with an eyeshadow set I got for Christmas last year, and the eyeshadows were just wah, wah, wah. They were my favorite thing from that kit, the brush, which I'm still using today. It's got a nice fluffy brush on one end and a oval flat shader brush for packing on the color. So I work from white to black, so I'm going to start with the white, and I'm going to just sort of pack it on. Once I've blended it out as well as I like, let me tell you a little bit about how I did this. I put white cream in the center, black cream on the outside. I blended it in the middle. Now I have very hooded deep set eyes, so you can see the black kind of disappears. So I have to make sure I come above the fold. You know that old newspaper term. You want your color to come above the fold. So I have blended, and then set it with 3 shades. I used the white, the black, the white, the black, and this pale, slightly shimmery gray to set the cream products underneath. Now, I could call it a day here, clean things up a little bit, put my liner on, put my eyelashes on, and be done. But I want the option of that pop of color. Add some turquoise. Once I have my eye look in place and I have my shadows done, blended as much as I want them to be, and I'm satisfied with the look, I'm going to put in my eyeliner, because eyeliner is one of the hallmarks of belly dance costumes. I like to really make sure I draw a big, thick, impressive winged liner. I'm not great at this. I've been doing this for 30 years and every time I still don't quite get it right. So I've learned over time to use 3 products. The first product I use is a pencil that goes in my upper waterline and across the top of my lashes. This helps make a baseline for me to follow. If I want a precision line, I'll only use this on the waterline and skip it on the top. But since I'm going for a big smoked out black look, I don't have to be completely precise. Over the top of this, I use a liquid liner pen. This one is from Physicians Formula. I use this especially for drawing more precise angles out here when I'm doing the wing or the flick. Top that with a little bit of gel liner if needed. This is the L'Oreal liner, and it actually comes with a quite serviceable little brush. So when you buy this gel liner, you get this brush, and this is what I'm taking with. The next step is mascara. And I am one of these people who doesn't curl my eyelashes, and the reason I don't is because I have very deep set, very hooded eyes, and you can see my eyelashes already curl up and touch my lid. The mascara I'm using today is CoverGirl Supersizer. I managed to land one in the Star Wars livery at my local grocery outlet, and this is only about $2. This is my favorite mascara. It's usually turquoise in color. I have prepared a set of lashes for my trip. I have potentially 4 performances to do, and I believe that one set of eyelashes will work. I'm going to take along a pair and a back. These are from the Daiso, which is a Japanese dollar store. I bought the base pair underneath here for $1.50. On top of that, if you notice, and I don't know if you'll be able to see this, but I actually have cut and glued a smaller set of thicker, bushier eyelashes too. I like to fill them in and make them even thicker for stage by doubling up. So I have pre-prepared this. So the last step before we can call ourselves done is to apply lipstick. I like to use a 3-step process for my lips. I seem to be all about the 3-step process. It helps keep my lipstick in place and helps set it for the duration. So I start off with a balm stain called Revlon Balm Stain, yes, and this is in color 45. So I'm going to really mash that in. Then I'm going to line my lips. I'm using a Catrice Ultimate Stay Lip Liner. Once you have your liner on and you've overlined your lips slightly and filled them completely in, I like to take a little bit of paper towel and block just to take off any extra excess that's happening. Broken. I'm going to use a NYX Jumbo Pencil in Plush Red, and there you have it. So this is my look that I'm going to be taking to England with me. Now, as I have done my face today, I have put my products into my cosmetic bag of choice. Now, this is not traveling light by any stretch of the imagination for an ordinary woman, but for a belly dancer who needs 20 products to make her stage face stage worthy, this is actually quite honed down. Really, when all is said and done, you want to make sure that you're traveling as lean and mean as you can. And for me, this is it. Thank you very much for watching this sort of get ready with me makeup rehearsal video. I needed to do this to make sure that I was packing just the things I needed for my trip, and you helped make that possible. Thank you. I'd like to encourage you to consider checking out our Kickstarter for our book, Becoming a Belly Dancer from Student to Stage. Know that 3 chapters are like a mini costuming book within this bigger book. There's 128 pages that includes how to pick your costume, how to select it, how to care for it, and in chapter 10, some really great ideas for weekend projects that you can make yourself. The link for the Kickstarter is below. I also want to let you guys know that I will be producing more videos in the coming weeks now that this book is done. So if you enjoyed this makeup presentation, thumbs it up, let me know, subscribe. Thank you so much for joining me today. I look forward to hanging out with you in future videos.